That was a fun moment y'all caught me in. That was me hand signaling to Ocean that I'm ready to get going. Hi, guys. Good morning. Welcome to our divination ceremony that is specially curated for neurodivergent black sheep cycle breaking queerdos. This is where we ask, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? The way that we go about this is a little different than you're used to because I only do divination for witches specifically. So I refuse to engage with you as if you don't have access to the same information that I do. We're just interpreting it through the lens of our own perspective, and we are supposed to. This, I'm going to be drawing tarot cards. You're going to be doing the same should you choose to participate in that way. So if you have a deck of tarot cards or oracle cards that you have a relationship with, now is a good time to scamper off and go grab those. And yeah, happy Saturday. That. Look at us doing Saturdays. Ocean is our mod god for the day. Thank you so much, Ocean. You're amazing. They are down in the kitchen at Weirdbrook, judging from their background. They are downstairs in the kitchen. Weirdbrook is a 200-year-old homestead in rural New England. And this is where we provide sanctuary and rehabilitation for our coven, the international coven that we serve. So, hey, hello. I'm giving it just a second to let the witches that join us regularly, which there's quite a few of us, a little bit of space to get here because we have, being neurodivergent, we have a complicated relationship with time, and that's okay. Ah, all right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Are we ready? I'm going to get started. I'm going to just like get right into it. We were all up pretty late last night. Ocean's an astrologer. And so Ocean and Morgana and I were up till like 11 o'clock, I think, talking about astrology and stuff is so much fun. So that was great. I'm running on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great Saturday. We're actually going out into the world today. We're gonna, after the live, we're gonna load up in the truck and actually head to town, which we only do when we need like dairy products because we don't have dairy here on the homestead. So yay. That'll be fun. All right. Okay. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination so that I can get the clearest messaging. Because again, we're asking where our attention needs to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice in witchcraft. I forget to actually say all of the words. You guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, here we go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why did we call everyone here? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour because I am home. I feel like the microphone is just too close. Microphones are incredibly intrusive. No one says, like, talks about that. They really are. Microphones are like all up in my bubble, and I don't know how I feel about it most of the time. I'm sorry about that for you. I also am very like animated when I talk and I use my hands a lot. And I'm always like smacking the mic or knocking it or in some way. So it definitely takes up a space in my brain. Be like, don't hit the mic. Don't hit the mic. Don't knock the mic over again. Wasn't built for this, guys. It wasn't. All right. So let's get our cards out. Arrange myself a bit. Uh, yeah, it's the mic's fault. It's in my way. It's my face. Reminds me of that, like when you're a kid and you're like flailing your arms. If you get close, it's your own fault if you get hit. I don't know if that was like a thing in your sibling house, but it totally was in mine. Yeah. Where does our attention need to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Versailles, you're hilarious. We're creeping up on a full moon. So, this kind of introspective work of asking, like, okay, what do I need to be paying attention to? It's creative. And I make sure that I don't have any critter glitter on my phone. This is gonna be fun, guys. My like, there's some kind of short circuit between my brain and my mouth this morning. You're welcome. I love this for us. It's gonna be so great. Okay. The 3 of Wands upright is what we drew. 3 of Wands upright. I'm going to read the prompt that's on the card, so I'm not influencing you with my initial interpretation. It is very important when you are in the process of repairing your relationship or cultivating a relationship with your intuition that you prioritize your internal like compass, what your internal um your inside information. Prioritize your inside information. Okay. Your plans are in motion and more opportunities are headed your way to maximize your total potential. You have the chance to expand your horizons through travel, study, or business. Reach beyond your comfort zone. Doors will open if you stop limiting yourself. I'm going to read the reverse. Why are you playing it safe? Stop holding back. Maybe you fell a bit short on some personal goals and now you're afraid to take another step forward. dust yourself off, and get back at it because these setbacks are an essential part of your growth. It's all part of the process, and you are indeed evolving. Be sure not to overcommit yourself. So think about that. Brew on it for a moment. I'm going to do the same, and then I'll share my interpretation. As you can see, there are a bunch of witches putting the cards that they also drew in the comments. That's so that we can get that sweet validation when we start pulling the same cards because we often do. Are you ready? Are you ready for me? So, what comes to mind actually is I told you yesterday that Ocean and I are working on a series of interactive workbooks for our coven to use to expand their magical practice on 12 different facets of their magical practice of what it means, what it is to be a witch, right? Things like your relationship with your intuition or your relationship with manifestation, right? And what are the mechanisms of manifestation? And looking at how your attention, what you choose to invest your physical, mental, and emotional labor into, is what you are pouring your manifestation power into, right? And being modern witches with raging ADHD, we have a complicated relationship with our attention. We've been fed this belief that our attention is broken in some way, right? I'm getting a little bit off track, but we were talking about how bringing your attention back to whatever it is that you're manifesting, you're working on, and spending time investing in that manifestation, that's how you get the big workings done. That's how you make big changes in your lived experience. Not hopes and dreams, it's active, like coming back to it and functioning in it anyway. So right now we are in the for the northern hemisphere, which is we're in the middle of summer. Like it is summer and everything's growing at a rapid pace. There everything that we need for a big harvest is right there. We just are needing to engage with it, right? And you can apply this to your life as well, just like you can apply it to agriculture, you can apply it to your life as well. And so we're at this point where I'm going to bring you back to agriculture again. So, in a growing season, you get all your plants in, you get your starts in and everything. You look over your garden, it's amazing. And you have one last opportunity to like another big, just one last push, right? To maximize your harvest. That's the time that we're in right now. What is that last push? Because the window's going to close. The window for the planting seeds, the investing in a future thing, that window is going to be closing in the next month. So, like, what is that last push? And so that gets us thinking about that expansion. What is the opportunity? What's going on in my life that is giving me that last push opportunity? But you got to be careful with this because we also have this tendency to busy ourselves and be like, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do all of the things. I'm going to do all of it. Right. That's like a one way ticket to burnout. That is a cycle that we are working on breaking. So if you could choose one thing to invest your attention to, that could be, I want to learn how to weave baskets. Weaving baskets is something I've always been fascinated with, and I want to learn basket weaving, or I want to learn how to throw pottery, or I want to learn to be an accountant. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's one of my favorite things to help you figure out, but I don't know what it is that you are working toward. But this is saying that there's something else that you can like invest in that's going to give you that last push for an excellent harvest, right? It could equally though be if you invest in too much, right? That last ditch effort, if you're like, I'm going to do 3 things, one of these things is going to stick, that's what's going to derail you. So hone in, be specific, right? And invest in that thing. And that's going to get you this like boost into whatever being. All right. Does that make sense? The other thing it's saying is that there is more, that what you've already planted is on the right track, but you're thinking too small. Right? You have been playing it safe. Now's your last opportunity to like make a risky investment that is in alignment with the life that you're wanting. Okay. So, yeah, think bigger, right? Think bigger for this one thing. How do I decide which thing to do? It's going to be the thing that's the most exciting for you, either the most exciting or the scariest. Because that's how it works. I don't make the rules, but that's how it works. Ocean's flipping me off, just so you guys know. It's either the one that is the most exciting or the one that terrifies you. That's the one that you want to invest in. I know you guys are all going to hate me, but don't shoot the messenger. You asked me to tell you. I'll hold your hand and giggle about it. But here we go. And the card that represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that is influencing our ability to do that last push, that like to recognize that opportunity, that last little opportunity. And what we drew was the devil reversed for that card. So I'm going to read directly from the card. I'm going to read that prompt, and then I'm going to get into the influencing you. You're finally breaking free and becoming more self-aware. Be from poor habits, a bad relationship, or a negative situation. You're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Take some time for yourself to ensure that you're fully ridding yourself of these negative bounds. And the upright, because it's about the whole card, you're feeling trapped. Perhaps there's a lack of fulfillment in your life, or maybe you're a slave to the allure of materialism or substance, and it's rendering you powerless. Okay, so think about that. What does that feel like for you? If your guides were using this card to point out a facet of your relationship with your life that you're like, no, la, 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 la. That's what it is, okay? Are we ready? Lisa, we're toeing the threshold of the full moon. It makes sense why we're pulling like the cards that we're pulling. It really does, doesn't it? Look at everyone. Okay. So I have a special relationship with the devil card, and I've talked to you guys about it due to the nature of the work that I do. The devil to me represents the trappings of the big cappy pappy, right? The American dream, or like whatever that is. That's what the devil represents for me. It's a trap. It is a trap, thinking that anything outside of you is going to make you happy or give you a fulfilling life. That's an illusion, right? Uh, that's what the devil represents for me, is the trappings of the big happy pappy. I can't say those words here because it influences stuff, but I think you know what I mean. And drawing this card in reverse like this, it feels like there is a resistance to the fact that you've invested a lot of work in recognizing those trappings and freeing yourself of them, right? Freeing yourself of the trappings of the big cappy pappy requires shadow work because you've been indoctrinated. So your brain is functioning in a way that supports you being trapped, right? And so, and that means you're questioning everything, which is wonderful. Good job. You're doing a great job. This card is reminding you that you've done this work. You've done the work, and you're starting to regain a sense of authority outside of this entrapment of materialism and substance and things like that. And but the problem is that you're not giving yourself enough credit. And when you are envisioning your future, you still have some of these trappings tied up in that when you are looking toward expansion. Okay. And this is because, we've been so taught that the way to have a fulfilling, successful life is to further entrench yourself in capitalism in some way, right? Um, so it looks like this question is our homework for the day, is to ask ourselves, right? So there's this future that you're wanting, this life that you're building. It's time to reassess that with this new eye that you have, that you've been cultivating through this work, this recovery that you've been through. Okay. So that's going to help you decide what to invest in, where to invest. That's going to be your um, like your key, the key to. So if you have three different things that three different opportunities, because it could be that you have so many opportunities, you're like, I don't even know where to start. So instead of like sticking your head in the sand about it, ask yourself, reassess this, and ask yourself of each one of these things, does this give me freedom, or is investing in this going to further entrench me into this illusion of like materialism? Does that make sense? You're headed for a period of rapid growth. Is your goal to be a millionaire or win the lottery, or in some way have capitalism save you from your situation? Right? Ask yourself those hard questions, right? Or are you looking to money as the only way out? Uh, yep. That's what Heather says right there. Even those of us who don't love the trappings of capitalism, we have our comfort security blankets that keep us small. Right. Right. So that's it's a big question. It's a great question to be asking ourselves right before the full moon. It's a great season to be asking ourselves this question. We're going to be asking ourselves this question the same time next year, too. It's a spiral dance, and we're going to just keep going deeper and deeper with it. But when you are looking at the life you are wanting to build, how much of that life you're wanting to build is dependent on capitalism saving you or supporting you or like coming through for you in some way, or you have to get a big loan to be able to do the thing, which further traps you in that system. So that was a tough reading, guys. Happy Saturday. I'm gonna go invest in I think we're planting potatoes today. And we're planting potatoes today, or at least getting the area that we are planting the potatoes ready. That's our big homestead project for the day. So be thinking of us as we plant our potatoes. All right. So let's close out this working. I will see you tomorrow, same time, where we ask the same question: where does our attention need to be? Right. The seat of our power is in the present moment, and taking it one day at a time is the secret to success with this. Okay. So let's put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right. It was wonderful hanging out with you this morning. And until I see you again, if you can't be good at it. Bye.